Welcome to All Things Deep Podcast Edition. I'm your host, Sade, and I did not record a episode last week, so I'm gonna do two, and I don't want them to be very long. Last week I was kind of drained. It was that time of the month, so kind of wasn't feeling it, and I know that's not, that's not typically how I would move, but it is what it is, y'all. That's why my topic tonight is do you truly love and care for yourself? And I know the short answer to that would be yes, I truly love and care for myself. But I go through so much self-reflection. I was just I was just down and out for it don't last long, y'all. One thing about me, like I am a positive thinker. I just think positive about everything, so I don't stay in a slump long, but it happens to the best of us. I mean, life is kind of like a roller coaster sometimes, so I just found myself in a weird place, and I had to ask myself, like, are you truly loving and caring for yourself on the deepest level? Because let's just be honest, a lot of people don't even know what love really is. And so if you don't really know what love truly is, then how do you know if you're doing it right? And as far as the caring part goes, I think we all could do a better job at caring for ourselves, just because how the world is today, not because anything to do with you individually. And let me just get this out the way. When I'm recording these podcasts, I'm doing it. I'm not out here judging anyone or trying to point anybody else's behavior out. This all stems from me and the things that I think about in my own life. So the whole title of do you truly love and care for yourself is something I had to ask myself, because I find myself getting comfortable sometimes and just doing the whole daily routine of what I do. And then my routine is not up to par because I haven't been to the gym. It's just a few things that I know that I want to be doing that I'm not doing. So I'm like, okay, Sade, you have to really love and care for yourself so you can, take care of yourself the best way you can. And you should always be learning how to better take care of yourself. I just found myself in funny places sometimes, in and out, So I want to be consistent, and I want to consistently put myself first. I want to consistently love and care for myself, because let's be honest, you can't be there for anyone else like that if you're not being what you need to be for yourself. And I know a lot of us neglect ourselves for many different reasons, whether you working 2 or 3 jobs just to survive out here, whether you're an entrepreneur and you got 2 and 3, 4 businesses, whether you looking out for your parents or you have children and you put them first. So that was the whole point of do you truly love and care for yourself, because I feel that needs to really be solid. And I know it's not going to be perfect every day, but just to give an example, like sometimes my day consists of just doing the same thing that, get up, do your little thing, do your job, come home. Like sometimes our routine gets so comfortable. It's like, okay, you have to always examine that and examine, okay, am I setting goals for myself? Am I really going towards anything? Am I trying to change my life? That's what really self-care is all about. Everybody know about the self-care of keeping yourself up and taking baths and doing your maintenance on yourself. That's superficial self-care, but we got to go deep and make sure that we're doing self-care where we checking in with ourselves daily, where we're being self-aware, and we do focus on self-development, and we do focus on goal setting for what we want in life and what we wish to experience. And I also want people to think, like, what you're doing in your life, are you truly doing it for you, or are you doing it to appease others? Or are you doing it to just to get attention or garner attention from others? Like, you really got to get to a place in your life where you don't even need attention, like from other people in a particular way. I can understand I can understand getting attention to promote your business, getting attention to promote your podcast, getting attention for different things. But I know a lot of people live a certain lifestyle just to get attention. Not everybody, but it's a lot of people out there that do what they do, go into debt, run up credit cards, work all these jobs just to stunt, just to get attention from somebody else. You got to really get into a place in your life where you doing things truly because this is what you want to experience and this is what you want your life to be. I did have a few notes here. So yeah, back to, do you truly love and care for yourself? Like, you really have to be on a healing journey, and a lot of people don't want to do that. And I'm only saying that because what I see on the internet. Come on now, the internet gives you a peek, and the internet is just a small peek into people's lives. But once you follow people for so long, me anyway, me being who I am, like, I can see, like, I can garner a lot from just following someone for a long period of time of where they mind at. So it's almost like, okay, do you really sit back and just focus on yourself and tell yourself the truth? Because healing is a thing where healing is becoming a big thing now, but healing is hard. You're going to cry a lot, and you got to tell yourself a lot of hard truths in order to grow. And like, I went through this personally. You know, one thing about me, I'm good at telling myself the truth. If it hurts, like, that's how I got to this topic. Do you truly love and care for yourself? Because I'm like, I found myself in like a little comfortable zone for a while. And I'm like, come on now, Sade. Do you really truly love and care for yourself? Do what the fuck you need to do. You know, you want to experience a certain type of life. You want to go out there and travel and see the world. You want to meet new people. You just want your life to be in motion in a good way. And what are you doing to make that happen? And then another level to that is my health. Like, of course, I go to my checkups. I do 2 checkups every year. And that's to my OBGYN and to my primary care doctor, right? Okay, that's fine. I go, I'm always fine, but it's other things I want to worry about on my health. Like, I want to go to a holistic doctor for one, because I feel like other doctors, I just want to go to a holistic doctor. I want to go to a nutritionist. Like, I really want to take care of myself better. And I was in a place where I don't feel like I was doing that. And it's like, okay, do you truly love and care for yourself? Because why are you not looking out for yourself? Why are you not looking out for your health in a better way? Like, I haven't been to the gym in 2 months. So it's like, okay, like, no, I want that to be a part of my daily life. I want that to be an example of me loving and caring for myself. And it's so many people in the same boat as me when it comes to not keeping up on their own self-care and keeping up with the things that they really truly want to do in life. And another big thing about loving and caring for yourself is minding your business. You know, when I be on the internet, I just see a whole lot of people not minding their business. And it's, and you know, I don't like coming off judgmental, even though I don't see nothing wrong with judging, as long as you got good intentions behind judging. Like, if one of your friends is tripping and you trying to, you know, give her some good advice, that's kind of like judging, because it's like you telling her, okay, you going to the left when you should be going right. And it's all about your intentions behind when you judge, because, you know, I'm a goddess and I am made in the image of my creator, and everybody say only God can judge me, but I feel like us people, we have that God connection, so we are allowed to judge. But it's like, where's your judgment really coming from? Is it coming from your own trauma and your own insecurities, or are you really judging because you care and you have good intentions behind judging? Like, life is so complex, but people just want to fit it how they want to fit it, and that's just not how it works. It's just not how it works. Like, you have to judge sometimes. You have to judge people. We all do it. But I'm not like a judgmental person just to judge someone all the time about she shouldn't have wore that, or he BSing and all that, like superficial ass judging. I'm judge your ass on some real shit because I actually care. But yeah, like, back to, do you love and care for yourself? Like, that really goes deep, because I feel like the world is missing a lot of self-love and self-happiness and just self-awareness. Because I feel like if more people were more happy and loved and cared for themselves, the world would be a little bit better than it is right now. But hey, this whole podcast was just to put it on your mind. Do you truly love and care for yourself? And do you take the time to sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions? Because I had to ask myself, like, okay, you don't get comfortable. You're not doing what you need to be doing. Do you love and care for yourself? Like, do you truly love and care for yourself? And I know that, okay, I already know that it's naturally to fall off your path. It's naturally to do that. Like, you can be doing good and going smooth, and then you might have a rough week. That's not what I'm saying. It's like, if you find yourself, okay, another year has passed and ain't shit in your life changed. Not nothing. It's like, okay, do you love and care for yourself? Are you putting yourself first? Are you saying fuck everything and just, I'm not gonna do this and this until I buckle down on the things that I want in my life, or things I want to experience? Are you doing anything different? Are you challenging yourself? Like, a lot of people just want attention for, like, just shallow shit. And it's like, okay, what's beyond that? Like, let me give an example of what I'm really trying to say. Y'all know my whole spiel about me thinking deep and not being able to articulate everything I done thought about before I hit the play button. So just bear with me. I'm almost done. I'm finna wrap this up. Just gonna be a short podcast. But have you ever just sit with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I want out of life? Like, what do I want without any outside influence? Like, what would truly make you at peace and happy with your life? Do you want a family? Do you want to live in the country in a little cottage? Do you want a mansion? Do you want to live in a high rise? You know, like, what do you see for yourself? Like, have you ever just sit with yourself and, like, what would I like to be doing in 2 years, 3 years, if you don't have a career already? Or like do you really just sit and think about yourself without anyone else's involvement or input? Like, what do you want for yourself? Do you really check in with your health and see how you are treating yourself as far as drinking your water, taking vitamins and minerals, making sure you get vegetables and eating fruit? Because I had a problem with that one time, because I was just doing so much and neglecting myself on how I was eating for a while. And that's why I'm just bringing this all up. Do you truly love and care for yourself? Because I feel like that is a process, and that is something we should be working on daily to learn how to love and care for ourselves better. I feel like everybody kind of has their own definition of love. But in order to really, one of the aspects of truly loving yourself is, first of all, being honest with yourself. You know, and also getting to know yourself, getting to know your likes and dislikes, getting to know your body and being in tune with when something's off with your body, feeding yourself the proper nutrition. Just really, like, love is complex, and sometimes people think love is just an emotion on how you feel, and love is just not an emotion. I do feel like love feels good, but I feel like love also, I don't believe love is pain. I have an old video on here, so I don't believe love is pain, but I do believe love can hurt a little bit, but not in the, I don't associate love with pain. But I know sometimes you have to go through pain because you love yourself. That's just like getting up every day at 6 a.m. and going to the gym because you love yourself. So that whole love thing is complex, but it's worth exploring. It's worth making sure that, you know, because the definition of love in a dictionary is not what love is, right? So that's a whole self-discovery and you know, you got to just be in tune with God, be in tune with the universe, so you can know what love is. Like, I'm not even trying to sit here and tell nobody what love is, but I do follow Princella the Queen Maker, and she has a book called The 5 Components of Love, and I did buy the book, and I feel like everything she said in the book, I do that for myself, and I do that for others. I try to like the 5 components that she she mentioned, I basically had all of those covered. So, if I'm basing it off her research and how she came up with what she felt like love is, then I know that I'm on the right track with that. But I just want people to love and care for themselves more and put themselves first more. I'm all about, being there for others. But when you depleted and you can't even function correctly, then you're not gonna be there for others in a good way. You need to really just focus on your individual self sometimes, and make sure that your life is based on your own personal individuality, and you're not basing your moves in life off of everything that you see on the internet. It's just real tricky. So I just want people to really truly take time to love and care for themselves. Like, really think about yourself and think about yourself. Just truly think about yourself when you're making decisions. And I know people be like, I think about myself, this is how I make my decisions. But if I could only really just break down what I'm trying to say, because I know a lot of people done been in situations where they didn't think about themselves in a situation until maybe it was an afterthought. But like, you should come first in your own life. A lot of people may think differently. Like, when you got children, I know that everybody like, I sacrifice for my children, I do this for my children. I understand, but if you ain't taking care of yourself and loving on yourself, how are you any good for your children? What a kind of example? Because your children, the way they really truly learn is watching you. So if they see you getting up, cooking a healthy breakfast, and then do you even believe in eating 3 meals a day? Like, you got to really come to your own. You just got to explore in life and see what works for you individually. Like, you got a lot of people going vegan just because, like, they feel like that's the thing to do or that's more healthy. But no, we are individuals, and what works for somebody else may not work for you. Because I know people, and there's plenty of YouTube videos about this, that people that went vegan and they actually got sick. Like, they was vegan for a year, 2 years, and they found out that caused some other complications inside of their body. So that's what I'm saying. If you love and care for yourself, you got to do things for you. I'm not hopping on the vegan train just because, well, they said it's better. So I need to do plant-based, or I just need to be a vegan. Like, do your research and know your own body. Like me, I have an AB blood type. So I kind of go off my blood type diet. And that's a mixture of both. I can eat a little meat and veggies and fruit, and I kind of go off that. I kind of find my own way. Like, I'm good in that area of really trying to be following my own individual guidance. I'm not saying nothing wrong with being vegan or any of that, or vegetarian or anything, but it's a lot of people that just follow, and it's like, did you really check in with yourself? Did you come to this conclusion on your own because how your body felt, or some information that you may have gotten from the doctor, or you just hopping on a train because you see other people do it? So that's what I really mean. Do you love and care for yourself? Like, on a deeper level, where you putting you first and you really exploring yourself to see what works for you. Because a lot of people do things because they see other people do it, or people be shaming you because you still eat meat. And we go through many different things that make us do what we do. All I'm saying is love yourself and care for yourself on a deeper level, and that will improve your overall life. Let me see if I had any more notes. I'm going to close this podcast out. I just want you to truly love and care for yourself, and make sure you're doing what you want in life. And have you ever sit with yourself and know how you want this life to go for you? How do you really want this life to go for you? And are you setting goals, and are you doing anything to make that happen? I love y'all, and yeah. I'm trying to look at my notes to see if I have anything else to say. Are you a person that distracts yourself? So of course this episode is not going to come out how I wanted to, right? That's another thing. Sometimes when I am doing, like, writing my goals out or sitting and thinking about myself, I get so distracted. Like, I could be really focused, then I will hop on my phone and scroll. It's just like I just be getting distracted so easy. So that also triggered me. It's like, okay, Shada, you have to really focus, and you just got to put yourself first in your life. Like, your life depends on what you do with it. Like, so, that's another reason why I'm questioning myself. Like, do you love and care for yourself? How are you easily distracted? You was focused and reading something and doing what you needed to do, and then you picked up your phone, you got distracted. Like, then a lot of people distract themselves with, alcohol, drugs, and do you really love and care for yourself? Like, do you truly, really love and care for yourself? Because nobody's perfect. We gonna fall off our path. But here's another key to loving and caring for yourself. You never give up. You never give up. I don't care how many times you fall off your path or you feel lost in life. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. I don't care how many times you gotta restart over. I don't care. Like, that's how I do know that I do love and care for myself. But I want to love and care for myself on a deeper level, because that opens up so many other doors. Another example, sometimes I just don't be worried about my outer appearance like that. Not saying I just be looking crazy, but I feel like I could put more effort into myself, because everybody know when you look good, you feel good. So sometimes I catch myself not really putting effort into myself sometimes, and I'm like, okay, Sade. Like, because and this is another thing. I ain't had a man in a while, but I have noticed about myself, because I do a lot of self-reflection. Like, if I was dating, I would be putting more effort into stuff. It's like, why you can't do that without dating? Like, why you can't do that without a man? Because if I had a man in my life, I'm stepping everything up. And it's like, okay, you can do that when you got a man in your life for the outside attention, but you got to do it for yourself. You have to already be in the habit of doing everything for yourself. So that was kind of a good example, because I was guilty of that in the past. If I got a man or I'm dating, babe, I'm looking good every day, but you should already be doing that for the most part. And I know I'm not saying every day like that. Everybody got their lazy days where, you got to have balance in life. But, like, how you carry yourself should already be like your whole lifestyle and your whole setup for yourself. But I'm going to end this podcast. I love y'all. My phone is acting weird, probably running out of space, but I love y'all. Come back for the next episode.